right, today's math in the news has to do with, any idea, Mary Lou?
Hopefully food.
Hopefully food. Well, amazingly, it has nothing to do with food directly.
Okay.
Because when you go to the store and you buy food, you put it in a
Grocery bag.
A grocery bag.
Oh.
And that is the topic of today's Math in the News. So let me just switch this over here so that we can take a look at the graphic of this lovely orange plastic bag. So, yesterday, big news day in California as far as these plastic bags are concerned. This is why they brought up the plastic bag stuff in the news yesterday. And we can see right there, we've got some folks working on some occupational training right there. So, as they're doing that, we'll keep on talking about the bags, because the bags produce a lot of litter. All right?
Yes.
And the litter can be seen all over the place. It's on streets, and here we can see it's up on the side of a river.
Yeah.
Right? All of those bags. And it's just, I mean...
They said out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
All over the place.
All over the place.
And we're going to get to a little bit of that. So that's the news. So now let's get to some of the math about it. SB 270 is what it is. Governor Jerry Brown on Tuesday, yesterday's Tuesday, the last day of September, signed the nation's first statewide ban on single-use plastic bags at grocery and convenience stores, driven to action by pollution in streets and waterways. So my understanding after reading a little bit more about this was that grocery stores, like Walmarts and Targets also, these things are going to be banned from these stores. And brown paper bags are going to be used in place where you will be charged for those paper bags, unless you bring in your own reusable bags.
Which a lot of people have started doing already, right?
Right. And I mean, I know that we've got some at the house. However, it's not one of those things that we always remember to bring the disposable, you know, the reusable bags with you all the time whenever you're going out. And a lot of times you grab things while you're out and about doing something else. Regardless, we move on. 10% of the plastic produced every year worldwide winds up in the ocean. 70% of that makes its way to the ocean floor. And it goes nowhere from there. Okay, it settles and that's it.
It doesn't break down at all. So.
Right, so it's settling and it's staying there. Every square mile of ocean has 46,000 pieces of plastic floating in it.
Wow.
Plastic bags are the second most common type of ocean refuse after cigarette butts. That I didn't know. I knew there were probably a lot of cigarette butts in there, but I would have thought the plastic would have outnumbered it by far. But it's still only number 2 to cigarette butts. Now, let's take a look at some of the math behind this and the numbers, what it means. Worldwide, consumers use an estimated 1 trillion plastic bags every year. That's 1 million a minute.
Yeah, a trillion is just a number that is really hard to get your head around.
So you say a trillion, which is why we put in here 1 million a minute.
That's
1 million bags used every minute.
So hard to comprehend.
With the use time of a typical bag just being 12 minutes. So you get it, you travel home, then you do something with it, but as long as the actual time it's being used is about 12 minutes. Californians alone throw away $14 billion a year, creating 123,000 tons of waste.
Wow. And I would be contributing to that.
We all do. And that is today's Math in the News. Just a bit about the bag.